LymeOnline's Francesca Evans, bringing you up to date with the latest news, sport, weather and what's on this weekend in the Lyme Regis area. Lyme Regis residents have offered their support to Town Council workers who said they have been subjected to abuse and aggressive behaviour from some dog owners. Lyme Regis Town Council recently reported that its enforcement officers had been subjected to verbal abuse, shouted and sworn at and derided on social media for trying to implement dog restrictions on the town's main beach. A public space protection order was introduced in January 2021, which means dogs must remain on leads on the main sand and Cobgate Shingle Beach in Lyme Regis during the winter months. Dorset Council introduced the rules, but it has been down to Town Council officers to enforce them on a day-to-day basis. Lyme Regis Town Council has said the abusive behaviour will not be tolerated, and Charmouth Parish Council has since come forward to say its staff have also faced abuse when trying to enforce the village's own dog restrictions. In Charmouth, dogs are allowed to be off leads on both beaches during the winter, but they should still be on lead all year round when in the car parks and surrounding footpaths for safety and hygiene purposes. Parish Clerk Lisa Tuck said that some people were not following these rules, which was leading to abuse of council staff. Many dog owners have made it clear that they disagree with the on-lead rule in Lyme Regis, with some continuously campaigning to see it reversed. However, both dog owners and those without pets have spoken out against the abusive behaviour and defended the enforcement officers for simply doing their job. Safety concerns were raised as two people were photographed climbing metres up an active landslide between Lyme Regis and Charmouth this week. The photo was taken by LymeOnline reader Mark Blow, who was keen to share it with others to deter them from taking the same risks. Several landslips have been reported in the notorious Black Fen area between Lyme Regis and Charmouth in recent months, as well as further along the coastline. But as a popular site for fossil hunting, some still put themselves in danger despite repeated warnings from the Coast Guard to stay away from the crumbling cliffs. There are currently signs in the area advising beachgoers of the dangers. Volunteers who operate the RNLI lifeboat in Lyme Regis took delivery of a new boat on Monday, but it will only be on duty from the town's lifeboat station for a few weeks while the permanent vessel Spirit of Loch Fyne undergoes a routine refit. The replacement boat, named Dylan Rochelle, is brand new and was immediately trialled by the Lyme Regis crew. Spirit of Loch Fyne has been on duty in Lyme Regis since 2012 and its last refit was in 2017. It is expected that the current refit, being carried out at the RNLI's Inshore Lifeboat Centre in the Isle of Wight, will take about 6 weeks. The 1930s steam drifter Lydia Eva attracted much attention when it was moored in Lyme Regis last year for the filming of the new Wonka movie. The historic boat was moored off the Cobb and covered in fake snow for filming of scenes starring Timothy Chalamet. Now those who admired the boat can book a unique steam drifter experience with trips running from Great Yarmouth in Norfolk throughout the spring and summer. Built in 1930 and based in Great Yarmouth, Lydia Eva fished along the East Coast and North Sea for 9 years. She was then used by the Royal Air Force for some 30 years before being restored as a floating museum. She was eventually returned to East Anglia and is now looked after by a charitable trust as the last coal-fired steam drifter in the world. 6-hour excursions for £195 will be available this spring and summer, with a chance to stoke the boiler, enjoy time at the helm and help the crew, all included. For more information, visit the website shown on screen now. The significant fall in COVID-19 cases seen across Dorset in recent weeks has now tailed off, and the latest figures show another small increase in infections. As of January 27th, there were 3,668 confirmed COVID-19 cases in the Dorset Council area, an increase of 617 from the previous week. This means the case rate per 100,000 people was 965, still below the national average of 1,033. There were 61 COVID-19 patients in hospitals across Dorset as of January 28th, a slight drop from 68 the previous week. It was a similar picture in the Lyme Regis, Charmouth and Marshwood Vale area, with 67 confirmed cases in the 7-day period up until January 29th, an increase of 37 on the previous week. The case rate currently stands at 923 per 100,000 people. Almost all neighbouring areas have also seen an increase in case numbers. And now for sports. All eyes will be focused on the day before tomorrow, where there will be a big crowd to see the first competitive match for some time between Lyme Regis and their old rivals Axminster Town. In recent times, the Axminster club has concentrated on playing at a higher level and now competes in the South West Peninsula League. In doing so, they ditched their third 11 and reserve side. The Tigers' reformed reserve team won promotion to the Devon and Exeter Premier Division last season, and tomorrow's clash is the first between the two clubs for some time. Kick-off is at 3 p.m. Previous clashes between the neighbouring clubs have always been highly competitive, and tomorrow's game will be no exception. Giving the fixture an extra interest will be the fact that three of Lyme's first team, Gary Knight, Ben Turner and Callum Garrett, are all ex-Axminster players. Neither side have played to their expectations this season, being plagued by COVID, injuries and unavailability, with the Seasiders currently sitting one place above Axminster in the lower half of the table. Lyme Regis Football Club last week took the decision to pull its third 11, Lyme Rovers, out of the Perry Street League due to the difficulty in fielding three teams. Lyme Reserves are enjoying a better season and last weekend kept in touch with the frontrunners in Devon and Exeter Division 3, but have no fixture tomorrow. Up Lyme First moved into third place in Division 6 with a 3-1 victory over Devon Yeoman, but are also without a game tomorrow. Charmouth continue to march towards promotion in Perry Street Division 2 with an away fixture against neighbours Thorncombe. And finally, good news for Lyme Regis and District Skittlers. The local league will get going again later this month in a slimmed down version after ceasing to operate during the pandemic. The Marine Theatre will host the monthly Lyme Regis Comedy Club with headliner Susie Bennett tonight, with doors opening at 7 p.m. On Saturday, Up Lyme and Lyme Regis Horticultural Society will host a coffee morning at Up Lyme Village Hall from 10 a.m, and then it's back to the Marine for some live music from singer-songwriter Benjamin Francis Leftwich, with doors opening at 7 p.m. The Nag's Head will also be hosting a live band from 9 p.m. Rain showers are expected to ease throughout the day today, with a largely cloudy forecast on Saturday and some showers in the late afternoon, and more rain is forecast on Sunday morning. Temperatures over the weekend are expected to reach highs of 11 degrees. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. You can stay up to date with the latest local news throughout the week on the LymeOnline website, and in the meantime, have a great weekend.